Are you sure you are washing that part of your body? The mistake that makes the old age smell inevitable. You may think you know everything about hygiene, but 99% of people overlook one crucial spot, causing their bodies to develop an unpleasant, characteristic aging odor. Japanese researchers studying the secrets of longevity discovered that all centenarians consistently followed one essential habit. They meticulously cleaned a specific area of their bodies every day. This is where the sebaceous glands are most active, and regular soap is ineffective in removing the accumulated odor. But the most surprising part? Nearly everyone washes the spot incorrectly or completely ignores it. Stay until the end because this area is the key to freshness and youthful skin. Once you learn about it, you'll never make this mistake again. Have you ever wondered why some elderly people have a distinct smell that no perfume or deodorant can mask? I had never given it much thought until I faced the problem head-on. It all started when I visited my grandfather after a long time apart. He had always been an impeccably clean man, starting every morning with an invigorating shower, wearing perfectly ironed clothes, and keeping his home in immaculate order. But when I stepped into his room, I immediately noticed an unusual scent. It wasn't the musty smell of old things or the familiar household aromas. It was something different. At first, I tried to ignore it, but soon I realized that the scent was not only in his room, but also on his skin and even on his freshly laundered clothes. It wasn't necessarily unpleasant, but it smelled like old age. A memory from childhood suddenly resurfaced. We had an elderly neighbor whom everyone respected, yet many people kept their distance. Kids would whisper among themselves, "He smells like Grandma's attic." Back then, I didn't understand why some elderly people developed this particular scent while others did not. Years later, I met an elderly doctor who revealed the secret to me. 99% of people don't know that this smell has nothing to do with aging itself. It happens because of one tiny mistake in personal hygiene. Is the old age smell inevitable? I couldn't stop thinking about this, convinced there had to be a scientific explanation. I started researching the topic and came across a study by Japanese scientists conducted in the early 2000s. They discovered that after the age of 40 to 50, the human body begins to produce a particular substance called 2-nonenal. Younger people don't have it because their skin naturally regulates oxidation processes. But as we age, this mechanism weakens, leading to the production of volatile compounds that create the characteristic old age smell. My research went even deeper, and I learned that 2-nonenal cannot be washed away with regular soap. It absorbs into the skin, lingers in hair, and even penetrates deep into fabrics. But here's the most intriguing part. There is one place on the body where it accumulates the most. Which body area traps the old age smell? I contacted a dermatologist who confirmed that not all areas of the skin produce 2-nonenal at the same rate. The main zones include the back, behind the ears, the neck, and skin folds. But one area, in particular, turned out to be a reservoir for this substance. I was skeptical when the doctor told me, try washing the upper part of your back, especially between the shoulder blades, thoroughly. You'll be surprised by the results. Why this spot? The explanation is simple. This area has a high concentration of sebaceous glands, which become more active with age. People rarely wash their backs properly, especially the elderly, because it's difficult to reach. Regular soaps and shower gels don't break down 2-nonenal, as it's not water-soluble. When I told my grandfather about this, he chuckled. I've washed my face, shaved, and taken care of my hygiene all my life. But I never thought that the real reason behind the smell was hiding on my back. Can you get rid of the old age smell? After that conversation, I decided to help my grandfather adjust his hygiene routine and see if removing 2-nonenal would actually make a difference. I bought him a special sponge with a mild exfoliating effect Instead of regular soap, I got him a shower gel containing citrus extracts and green tea. Scientifically proven contain acids and antioxidants that break down two non-needle molecules. We introduced a new ritual, thoroughly cleaning his back, especially between the shoulder blades, changing towels every 2 days. A week later, I visited him again. The moment I stepped into his house, I noticed something had changed. That subtle scent that had once filled his room was gone. And when I hugged him, he smiled and asked, "Well, notice anything different?" "Oh, absolutely," I replied honestly. My grandfather laughed and said, "Turns out, old age isn't a sentence. The trick is knowing where to wash." How to prevent the smell from returning. If this issue sounds familiar, don't worry, there's a solution. The old age smell is not inevitable. It's just a signal from your body that can be managed with simple changes. Here's how to keep your skin fresh at any age. Hygiene isn't just about cleanliness. It's about self-care. Wash your back and the area behind your ears daily. These spots are often neglected, yet they accumulate the most sebaceous secretions and two non-needle. Use a soft sponge or brush for hard-to-reach places, but don't scrub too harshly. Excessive friction can irritate the skin. Use the right soap. Regular shower gels don't always counteract skin oxidation. Instead, opt for cleansing products with antioxidants like yuzu extract, apple cider vinegar, lemon, or green tea. They help neutralize oxidation and keep your skin smelling fresh. Clean clothes and bedding are essential. Wash your clothes frequently, especially if they're synthetic. Natural fabrics like cotton and linen allow the skin to breathe, while synthetic materials trap sweat and skin oils, amplifying the smell. Change your bed sheets at least once a week. Your diet affects your body odor. What you eat influences your skin scent. Eat more greens, fresh vegetables, and drink plenty of water. This reduces oxidation in the body and decreases two non-needle production. Limit fatty, fried, and overly spicy foods as they can intensify body odor. Moisturize your skin to reduce two non-needle production. Dry skin experiences more oxidative processes. Use light lotions with vitamin E, jojoba oil, or shea butter to nourish and protect your skin, slowing down the aging process. A small habit, a big result. I never imagined that a simple change in hygiene habits could make such a huge difference. Now, I know that unpleasant body odor is not inevitable. It's just a result of natural processes that we can control. And the best part? The solution is surprisingly simple. If you or someone you know has faced this issue, try these methods. You might be surprised at how easy it is to maintain freshness and comfort at any age,